This video is a two-parter, and I never would have expected this to be my first Disney Plus review. Disclaimer, I don't know a lick of Spanish, but for two videos, I will be looking into the strange and unique brilliance of the Three Caballeros. For those who have seen the 1944 movie, The Three Caballeros, you might be wondering, did the obscure Disney reviewer really just use brilliance and Three Caballeros within the same sentence? I promise to explain. Since the 1944 movie is obscure in 2021, you are probably wondering, what the heck is a caballero? For those who don't speak Spanish, like me, unfortunately, the movie doesn't give an explanation. If you look up the word, caballero means gentleman. So the Three Caballeros are the three gentlemen. And you may actually know who the Three Caballeros are. If you have been to Mexico in Epcot's World Showcase in Disney World since 2007, you've probably ridden the Grand Fiesta Tour starring the Three Caballeros. I think we all know the world-famous Donald Duck, but who are the other two? There's the Brazilian macaw, Jose Carioca, and the Mexican rooster, Panchito Pistales. So what was this amazing movie they decided to add to the Mexican Pavilion ride? Well, if you have seen the ride, you saw the movie basically within 5 minutes, as opposed to the hour and 10-minute movie. Simply put, there is no plot to the movie. I need to explain the movie to explain the TV series in part 2. But let's start with the history. Why is there no plot? In 1944, the United States was still in the midst of World War II. Walt Disney opened Disney Studios to the United States government, making military training videos and military insignia. The year before, it was reported that almost 90% of the studio's work was for the military. Since the studio was so busy helping the military and not for much money to keep the studio afloat, the studio made movies that were more like several animated segments lumped together within a full-length feature. This included Saludos Amigos, Make Mine Music, and The Three Caballeros. Disney Studios also re-released their classics, such as Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and Pinocchio. Walt Disney and his animators visited South America in 1941 at the request of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt for the Good Neighbor policy. There is a documentary about Disney's trip called Walt and El Grupo on Disney Plus, which I will review in the future. Disney was inspired by his trip, which is the reason behind the making of Saludos Amigos and The Three Caballeros. The Three Caballeros premiered in Mexico City in December 1944 and had its worldwide release in February 1945. The movie begins with Donald Duck's birthday, and he receives 3 presents that teach him about Latin America. The first present is about the birds of South America, including this guy. He is called the Araguan bird and has a little over 2 minutes of screen time within 3 scenes. He continuously sings that, for lack of a better word, song. The second gift is a book that Jose jumps out of and teaches Donald about Brazil. The third gift causes an explosion that introduces us to Panchito, and the Three Caballeros sing their theme song. Then they ride a magical Mexican carpet through Mexico, and Panchito and Jose have trouble keeping up with Donald as he chases pretty girls. That really is the entire movie. Truly, I enjoyed parts of it. It has a combination of animation and live action 20 years before the famous Mary Poppins, which is interesting to see since computers and green screens did not exist. The theme song, The Three Caballeros, is very catchy. Which is why it was added to the Mexican ride in Epcot and was used as the theme song for the 2018 TV series, to be reviewed in part 2. There are definitely some strange scenes that are along the lines of Dumbo's Pink Elephants on Parade. Now for the negatives. The parts where Donald chases the girls and the three birds whistle at a woman shape would obviously not be in a movie today, so some people watching may feel a little uncomfortable. Unfortunately, it is outdated in terms of its depictions of Latin America, and I cannot defend that there are some non-Latinos who portray Latinos. But the whole point of the movie is to promote learning and exploring new places, especially in Latin America, and I don't think there is anything wrong with that theme. What about the individual segments? Well, unlike Fun and Fancy Free, the segments are not as distinct because there is the framing device of Donald's birthday. In Fun and Fancy Free, each segment has a complete story. You know where Mickey and the Beanstalk begins because it is so different from Bongo, the story about a bear. In the Three Caballeros, during the first present that explains the birds of South America, it is difficult to say if there are 2 or 3 segments. One definitive cartoon is about a penguin that wants to go to the equator, and another is about a bird donkey. However, I am not sure where the Araquan bird fits in. Is he a part of his own segment, or is there not really a segment and it is just part of the framing device? It is questions like these that make it easier to judge the entire movie than to judge each segment. According to Wikipedia, there are 6 segments. The verdict: there is no plot. And while there are some cartoon antics to keep your children entertained, there are parts that lag. I recommend it for a one-time viewing, and it can be for families, since children will enjoy seeing Donald, and this movie will not make that big of an impact. On the other hand, the television show Legend of the Three Caballeros is the complete opposite, which is why I look forward to reviewing it in part 2 of The Legend of the Three Birds. I know I promised to explain why I called The Three Caballeros brilliant, and that comes with the TV series. Thank you for watching this video. Please let me know what you think about the movie, or if you will now watch The Three Caballeros in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and tell me about more hidden gems you want me to cover. Part 2 for Legend of the Three Birds is coming soon.